What if I told you that a simple 1949 Lincoln penny, a coin you might overlook in your pocket change, could be worth up to $7 million? Yes, you heard that right. This ordinary-looking penny could be your golden ticket to a wealthy lifestyle, but here's the catch: not every 1949 penny is worth millions. There are specific clues that separate a common coin from a life-changing fortune. And today, I'm going to reveal exactly what to look for, how to cash in, and why some collectors will pay eye-popping amounts for these rare pennies. So, stick around, because by the end of this video, you might realize you're sitting on a hidden treasure without even knowing it. Now, let's dive into the mystery. What makes the 1949 Lincoln penny without a mint mark so valuable? Here's the deal: pennies minted in 1949 without a mint mark were produced at the Philadelphia Mint. While most of these coins are common, a small batch of them had rare minting errors that make collectors drool. Errors like double die obverse, where the coin's design is accidentally duplicated during the minting process. Imagine the text, Liberty, or the date, 1949, looking slightly doubled. That tiny flaw could mean a massive payday. And then there's the off-center strike, a coin that wasn't perfectly aligned during minting. The more off-center, the higher the value. Some off-center 1949 pennies have sold for tens of thousands of dollars. Now, here's where it gets exciting: the rarest error of all, the overpunched mint mark. If you find a 1949 penny with faint traces of another mint mark under the surface, you could be looking at a seven-figure treasure. And hey, don't go flipping over your couch cushions just yet. But if you do, at least check the pennies you find, right? Still skeptical? Let me tell you a story that will blow your mind. In 2023, a lucky coin collector discovered a 1949 Lincoln penny with a barely noticeable minting error. At first, he thought it was just another old penny, until an expert appraisal revealed it was worth $7 million at auction. Imagine that, a coin sitting quietly in a jar for decades suddenly turning someone into a multimillionaire overnight. And this isn't a one-time fluke. Other 1949 pennies with unique minting errors consistently sell for $10,000, $50,000, even $500,000, and the value keeps rising as demand skyrockets. Why? Because rare coins like these are historical artifacts, and wealthy collectors are willing to pay a fortune to own a piece of history. So, how do you know if you have one of these priceless pennies? And what steps should you take if you find one? Don't worry, I've got you covered. First, grab any 1949 Lincoln pennies you have, and pay close attention to these three things. 1. Look for mint errors. Use a magnifying glass and check for doubling on the lettering, especially Liberty, and the date. Even a slight double die can mean thousands of dollars. 2. Check for off-center strikes. If the coin's design is misaligned, you could have a rare find. The further off-center, the higher the value. 3. Search for over-punched marks. Look carefully under the date for faint traces of another mint mark. This is the jackpot error that has sold for millions. Now, once you've identified a potentially valuable penny, don't clean it. Cleaning can destroy its value instantly. Instead, get it professionally appraised by a trusted coin expert. And here's the thing: the market for rare coins is hotter than ever. With more collectors hunting for these elusive treasures, the value of rare 1949 pennies could explode even further. If you wait too long, you might miss out on the opportunity of a lifetime. Would you rather spend your retirement savings, or find it hiding in your coin jar? So, what are you waiting for? Check your loose change, inspect those old coin jars, and who knows, your next penny could be worth millions. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, because we're uncovering more hidden treasures that could change your life. And remember, the next time you find a penny, look closer. It might just be your ticket to a wealthy future. You're sifting through loose change in your kitchen drawer, and there it is, an ordinary 2015 Lincoln penny. Or so you think. What if I told you that a single 2015 penny without a mint mark could be worth up to $3 million? Yes, you heard that right. $3 million. Most people overlook these pennies every day, but the ones who know what to look for, they're cashing in big. What if you're sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it? Keep watching because I'm about to reveal exactly what makes these pennies so valuable, how to identify if you have one, and how to turn it into life-changing cash. And trust me, you don't want to miss the hidden detail that could be the difference between a regular penny and your ticket to millionaire status. Let's dive in. Now, you might be wondering, why on earth would a 2015 penny without a mint mark be worth millions? Here's the deal: it all comes down to rare minting errors. In 2015, the US Mint produced billions of pennies. But every now and then, a mistake slips through the cracks, and collectors, they go absolutely crazy for these mistakes. One type of error, known as a double die obverse, means Lincoln's face looks slightly doubled. Another, the off-center strike, makes the image appear shifted. And if you find one with no mint mark, produced by accident at the Philadelphia Mint, jackpot. Think about it, the US Mint isn't supposed to make mistakes. When they do, it creates a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Some collectors will pay anything to own these rare errors. And here's a thought: when was the last time you actually checked your pocket change? For all you know, you could be carrying $1 million penny right now. Kinda makes you want to double-check, doesn't it? Alright, so how do you know if your 2015 penny is the golden ticket? First, check for the mint mark. Most pennies have a small letter under the date, D for Denver, S for San Francisco. But if there's no letter there, you might be onto something huge. Next, look for doubling. Take a magnifying glass and examine Lincoln's face, the word Liberty, or the date. If you see a shadow-like duplicate, that's a double die error. And here's a fun fact: some of the most valuable 2015 pennies are mistakes even the mint doesn't fully understand. It's like a treasure map with secret markings only a few people can spot. Don't just check your penny jar, dig through old coin rolls from the bank. You never know what slipped through the system. And here's where things get exciting. Coming up, I'm going to reveal the exact places to sell these rare pennies for top dollar. Because let's face it, knowing you have $1 million penny is one thing. Turning it into cash, that's the real goal. So, you've got a 2015 penny that looks promising. What now? It's time to cash in. First, get it authenticated. Reach out to professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. They'll certify your coin and give it a grade. The higher the grade, the bigger the payout. Once it's certified, you've got options. Online auctions, platforms like eBay or Heritage Auctions attract serious collectors willing to bid high for rare finds. Coin dealers, local and national coin dealers often pay premium prices for authenticated errors. Private collectors, some collectors will pay extraordinary sums privately to own a one-of-a-kind piece. And here's a wild truth: one verified 2015 penny without a mint mark sold for over $3 million at a private auction. Imagine waking up one day, finding a penny in your car, and suddenly your life changes forever. But here's the kicker: not many people know about these valuable errors, and that means time is of the essence. As awareness grows, competition heats up. The longer you wait, the harder it might be to cash in. So, the question is, are you going to let a potential fortune slip through your fingers? Or are you going to check your pennies and see if you're holding on to millions? If you learned something new today, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more insider secrets on rare coins that could make you rich. And hey, go check your pocket change. Your millionaire moment could be one penny away. Don't miss your shot. 2017 P Mint Mark Lincoln penny could be hiding in your pocket right now, and it could be worth up to $2.50 million. Sounds crazy, right? But stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and how to cash in big, and trust me, you don't want to miss even one detail. That penny you overlooked yesterday? It could be your ticket to a whole new life. So, are you ready to find out if you're sitting on a fortune? Let's dive in. Most people think pennies are just pocket change. Worthless, right? Wrong. In 2017, the U.S. Mint did something unusual. For the first time in 225 years, they placed a small P Mint mark on the Lincoln penny minted in Philadelphia. A tiny letter with massive financial potential, and here's where it gets interesting. Some of these 2017 P pennies have rare errors that drive their value through the roof, and collectors are paying life-changing amounts to get their hands on them. Now, you might be wondering, why would anyone pay millions for a penny? Well, rare coin collectors are obsessed with mistakes, flaws, imperfections. The more unique the error, the higher the price. And the 2017 P penny? It's hiding some of the rarest errors ever found. But here's the million-dollar question. Could you be holding one right now? Alright, grab your loose change, because we're about to break down exactly what to look for. This error is a game changer. It happens when the coin is struck twice by mistake, causing visible doubling on Lincoln's face or the inscriptions. If you spot this, your penny could be worth thousands, even millions. And here's a fun fact. One lucky collector recently sold their 2017 P penny with a rare double die error for a jaw-dropping $2.50 million. Imagine finding that in your couch cushions. Ever seen a penny where the design is shifted way off to the side? That's an off-center strike, and the more dramatic the misalignment, the higher the value. These can easily fetch $5,000 to $50,000 depending on how rare they are. If your 2017 P penny has faint or missing details like the "In God We Trust" or the mint year, congratulations. You might be sitting on a gold mine. Now, before you start tearing through your coin jar, hang tight, because the next mistake is the rarest of them all, the Holy Grail error, the blank planchet. Imagine finding a 2017 P penny where the design is completely missing. These rare blank planchet errors are like winning the lottery. Some of these mistakes have fetched over $1 million at auction, and here's the kicker, they often slip past quality control undetected, meaning one could be sitting quietly in your collection right now. So, what should you do if you think you've struck gold? Inspect your coins under good lighting. A magnifying glass helps spot tiny errors others might miss. If you find a possible error, get it professionally graded by a trusted service like PCGS or NGC. This verifies authenticity and increases its market value. Don't settle for less. Auction houses specializing in rare coins can connect you with serious collectors willing to pay top dollar. And here's a thought. What if your next trip to the grocery store pays for your dream vacation, or better yet, your retirement? These pennies are still out there, and every day, someone finds one. Why not you? So, the next time you get a handful of change, don't ignore it. That tiny copper coin could be your path to financial freedom. Think about it. How many pennies have you let slip away? How much money have you left sitting in a dusty drawer? But here's the catch. These valuable pennies are disappearing fast as collectors scoop them up. The clock is ticking. If you want to learn more about other valuable coins hiding in plain sight, subscribe now and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update, because your next penny could be worth millions. 2020 D Lincoln penny sitting in your spare change could be worth up to $2 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, it's 100% true. And if you don't check your pennies, you might be throwing away a fortune without even realizing it. Stick with me, because in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to reveal exactly what to look for on the 2020 Lincoln penny, the rare errors and hidden details that could turn an ordinary coin into a life-changing payday. But fair warning, the clock is ticking, and these valuable pennies are disappearing fast. So, grab your loose change, because by the end of this video, you might just uncover a small copper coin, worth millions. Now, you might be wondering, how on earth can a modern penny, minted in 2020, be worth up to $2 million? Isn't that just pocket change? Well, not quite. The truth is, some 2020 Lincoln pennies were struck with rare minting errors, mistakes that make collectors go absolutely wild, and when collectors are willing to pay any price to get their hands on these mistakes, that's when the value skyrockets. But here's the kicker, most people have no idea what to look for, which means these million-dollar pennies could be hiding right under your nose. Imagine tossing one of these into a coin jar and never realizing the fortune you just gave away. Scary thought, isn't it? So, what exactly makes a 2020 Lincoln penny so valuable? Let's break it down. First, and this is critical, you need to check for a double die obverse. This error happens when the coin is struck twice by the minting press, causing design elements to double. Look closely at Lincoln's profile and the words, "In God We Trust." If you spot any doubling or blurry text, congratulations, you might be holding a jackpot. Next, the elusive floating roof error. On some 2020 pennies, the roof of the Lincoln Memorial appears to be floating, disconnected from the columns. This mistake can drive the value of your penny through the roof, no pun intended, and here's one you definitely don't want to miss, the die clash error. This happens when the dies strike each other without a coin in between, leaving ghostly outlines or strange markings on the surface. If your penny shows unusual grooves or mysterious impressions, you could be looking at a 6 or 7-figure coin. And let's not forget the off-center strike. If your penny's design is misaligned or missing part of the image, it could be worth thousands, even millions. Still with me? Good, because the next part could be the most important clue to your fortune. So, you've checked your 2020 penny, and you've spotted one of these rare errors. What's next? How do you turn that tiny copper coin into a life-changing payday? First, don't rush to sell it. You need to have your penny professionally graded by a reputable company like PCGS or NGC. This ensures collectors know it's authentic, and serious buyers pay big when they see a certified grade. Second, auction it where the big players bid. The best pennies fetch record-breaking prices at major auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. Imagine your penny sitting on a collector's wish list, with millionaires battling to own it. Exciting, isn't it? And here's a little secret, timing is everything. As demand for rare coins skyrockets, prices follow. But once the market cools, you could lose out. So, if you find a valuable penny, don't wait, act fast. Now, you might be thinking, what if I don't find one? Well, here's the thing, rare pennies are discovered every single day by people just like you. Why not be the next lucky one? So, what are you waiting for? That 2020 Lincoln penny in your spare change could be your ticket to $1 million lifestyle. Check your coins now, because every second you wait, another rare penny slips through someone else's hands. And if you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more life-changing coin discoveries, and share this with someone who needs to check their pennies today. So valuable, that it could change your life forever. Sounds like a fantasy, right? But what if I told you the 2021 Mint Mark Lincoln penny could be worth up to $1 million? Yes, you heard that right. And if you think pennies are just loose change, stick around, because you might be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. the 2021 D. Lincoln penny may seem ordinary at first glance, but hidden among these everyday coins are a few rare mistakes, errors that collectors will pay astronomical sums to own. These errors can transform a simple 1-cent coin into a life-changing payday. And in today's fast-moving collector market, the value of these error pennies is skyrocketing. But what makes these pennies so valuable? It all comes down to a few critical factors: minting mistakes, rarity, and collector demand. When the Denver Mint produced these coins in 2021, a few of them left the minting press with serious flaws, and those flaws are where the money is. One of the most sought-after errors is the double die obverse. Imagine looking at Abraham Lincoln's face and seeing a ghostly double image. It's like Lincoln himself couldn't decide where to stand. This error happens when the coin's design is stamped twice, slightly out of alignment. Collectors go wild for these imperfections because they are rare and nearly impossible to replicate. If you find one of these in your pocket, you could be holding a six-figure coin, or even more. Another valuable error to watch for is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned during minting, leaving part of the design missing. The more off-center the strike, the more valuable the penny. And here's a tip: the date must still be visible to fetch the highest price. No date, no jackpot. But wait, there's another twist. Some 2021 D pennies were struck on the wrong planchet. Planchets are the metal blanks used to make coins, and when a penny is struck on a nickel or dime planchet, the value shoots through the roof. These errors are incredibly rare and can bring in life-changing sums. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know if I have a rare 2021 D. Lincoln penny? The first step is to inspect your coins closely. Look for doubling on the letters and Lincoln's profile. Pay attention to any off-center designs. And if your penny feels strange or looks different, it might just be one of those planchet errors. A magnifying glass or a coin microscope can be your best friend in spotting these rare traits, and here's where it gets even better. If you do find a suspicious penny, don't let it gather dust. Get it professionally graded. Certified coins not only sell for higher prices but also give buyers confidence in their authenticity. Major grading companies like PCGS or NGC specialize in verifying and valuing rare coins. That tiny investment in grading could turn a humble penny into $1 million windfall. Still think it's impossible to find one? Consider this. A lucky coin hunter recently discovered a rare error penny in their spare change. They sent it for grading, and that ordinary-looking coin sold for over $300,000 at auction. And that's just the beginning. With the collector market heating up, experts predict the next rare 2021 D. Lincoln penny could break the $1 million mark. Here's the kicker: these valuable pennies are still out there, waiting to be found. Every time you get a penny in your change, you have a chance to strike it rich. The question is, will you take that chance, or let $1 million slip through your fingers? So, what are you waiting for? Go check your coins. That 2021 D. Lincoln penny hiding in your pocket could be your ticket to financial freedom. And if you do find one, remember, you just might be holding $1 million treasure in the palm of your hand. Don't miss your shot. Your fortune could be just one penny away. Imagine discovering a simple penny in your loose change, and realizing it's worth up to $3 million. Sounds like a dream, right? But for a lucky few, that dream became a reality with the 1969 D. Lincoln penny. Today, you might be holding a fortune without even realizing it, and here's the kicker: most people throw these valuable pennies away without a second thought. What if you're doing the same thing? By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to identify this rare penny, what makes it so valuable, and most importantly, how you can cash in big. Because trust me, once you know what to look for, every penny you find will feel like a potential jackpot. Let's dive into the fascinating story behind the 1969 D. Lincoln penny, and why it's sending shockwaves through the coin-collecting world. Back in 1969, the U.S. Mint produced millions of pennies in Denver, marked with the tiny D below the year. Most of these coins were ordinary, just another penny in circulation. But a small batch? Well, that's where the magic happened. A rare minting error turned an everyday coin into one of the most sought-after treasures in numismatic history. So, what makes this penny so special? It all comes down to a rare doubling effect called double die obverse. Sounds technical, right? Here's the simple version. The design on the front of the coin was accidentally stamped twice, creating a noticeable, almost ghostly shadow effect. Picture this: you find a penny, and Lincoln's face, the word Liberty, and the year 1969 all appear slightly duplicated. If you spot that doubling, you could be looking at a life-changing payday, and don't worry, you don't need to be a coin expert to spot it. With a sharp eye and a little patience, anyone can do it. In fact, some of the most valuable 1969 D pennies were found by ordinary people who simply paid attention to their spare change. Now, here's where things get serious. Only a handful of these error pennies exist. The rarity alone drives their value through the roof. One verified specimen sold for over $3 million at auction. Think about that for a second. One penny, $3 million. It's no wonder collectors are hunting for these coins like treasure. But here's the catch. Not every 1969 D penny with a doubling is worth millions. There are counterfeits and less valuable variations out there. So how do you know if you've struck gold or just found an interesting curiosity? The key is authenticity. Legitimate 1969 D double die pennies have distinct features. Look closely at the word Liberty and the date. The doubling should be crisp and clear, not fuzzy or smeared. If you think you have a winner, professional authentication is your best bet. And trust me, if you're sitting on a coin worth millions, you'll want the experts to confirm it. Here's a question for you. When was the last time you actually examined your loose change? Because right now, there could be a $3 million penny hiding in plain sight. Imagine missing out on life-changing money because you didn't check, and the opportunity doesn't end there. Rare coins like the 1969 D penny are just the beginning. There are dozens of other coins floating through circulation that could be worth a small fortune. This means every time you get change from a store or check the coins in your couch cushions, you're sitting on a potential goldmine. So, what should you do next? First, start inspecting every penny you come across. Pay special attention to those 1969 D coins. Second, educate yourself on other valuable error coins, because where there's one, there are more. Finally, if you find something unusual, get it authenticated immediately. Here's the bottom line: life-changing money could be right under your nose. But only if you're paying attention. Don't let someone else cash in on what could be your fortune. Check your change, do your research, and who knows? The next 1969 D penny you find might just make you a millionaire. And if you want to stay ahead of the game and uncover more hidden treasures in your spare change, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Because the world of rare coins is full of surprises, and your next big discovery could be closer than you think. What if a single penny sitting in your pocket right now could be worth a life-changing $2.8 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? But the truth is, one rare 1970 D Lincoln penny could do exactly that, and someone just like you could be holding it without even realizing. Imagine discovering a coin so valuable, it could wipe out your debts, buy your dream home, or even fund your early retirement. But here's the catch: most people toss these pennies aside, never knowing their hidden worth. And by the time they find out, It could be too late. The 1970 D. Lincoln penny is no ordinary coin. Minted in Denver, this unassuming copper piece has become one of the most sought-after treasures in the world of rare coins. Collectors are in a fierce race to find these rare gems, and the demand is only increasing. Why? Because a specific minting error on this coin has made it an ultra-rare prize. And when collectors fight over something rare, the prices skyrocket. Now, you might be wondering, what makes this penny so special? And how on earth can a simple copper coin be worth $2.8 million? Here's where things get exciting. It all boils down to a rare double die error. This happens when the coin is struck twice by the minting press, causing the designs to overlap. On the 1970 D penny, this error is most visible on the words Liberty and the date 1970. If you spot a penny with this clear doubling effect, you could be holding a fortune in your hands. And the best part? These valuable pennies are still circulating today. You might find one buried in your change jar, hiding in your glove compartment, or even tucked away in an old coin collection you inherited. But if you don't know what to look for, you could be letting life-changing money slip through your fingers. Now, here's where it gets even more urgent. With more people learning about the value of rare pennies, competition is heating up. Coin collectors and dealers are scouring every possible place to find these hidden treasures. And when demand surges, the window of opportunity shrinks fast. Will you be the one cashing in, or will you be the one regretting what you missed? Picture this: an unsuspecting man from Colorado found a 1970 D penny while cleaning out his garage. At first, he thought it was just an ordinary coin. But after a quick inspection and a professional appraisal, he walked away with $2.8 million in his pocket. Imagine waking up tomorrow and realizing the coin you overlooked for years could make you a millionaire overnight. You might be thinking, okay, this sounds amazing, but how can I check my pennies for this rare error? It's easier than you think. Grab a magnifying glass or even your smartphone camera. Carefully examine the year and the word Liberty. If you notice a clear double image, you could be sitting on a goldmine. And don't stop there. The 1970 D penny is just the tip of the iceberg. Other rare pennies, like the 1969 S and 1955 double die, are also fetching massive sums at auctions. Miss one, and you could be leaving serious money on the table. So, here's the million-dollar question: are you going to check your change, or will you let these hidden fortunes slip away? Right now, there are collectors willing to pay top dollar for these rare coins. And every day you wait is a day closer to missing out on your chance to strike it rich. If you want to learn how to spot more rare coins worth millions and unlock the hidden value in your pocket, stay tuned. Because the next penny you find could change your life forever. But only if you know what to look for, and act fast before it's too late. Well, what if I told you there's a rare 1984 Lincoln penny without a mint mark that could be worth up to $2.5 million? Yes, a single penny, enough to change your entire life. Most people overlook pennies, tossing them aside like they're worthless. But that tiny copper coin could be your golden ticket. And if you think the odds are slim, think again. Rare pennies are hiding in plain sight, and the next one could be sitting in your coin jar right now. So, before you cash in your spare change, you'll want to hear this. Let's uncover the incredible story behind the 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, why collectors are willing to pay a fortune, and how you can identify one of these life-changing coins. Because by the end of this video, you might just realize you've been sitting on a goldmine. The year was 1984. Ronald Reagan was president, the first Macintosh computer was released, and in the world of coin production, something unusual happened at the U.S. Mint. Among the billions of pennies struck that year, a small number emerged without the typical mint mark, a tiny detail with million-dollar consequences. Now, if you're wondering, why does a missing mint mark even matter? Here's the answer. Mint marks identify where a coin was produced: Denver, Philadelphia, or San Francisco. But when a penny is struck without one, it becomes an anomaly, a mistake that makes collectors go wild. And in the coin collecting world, mistakes can be worth a fortune. Here's where it gets interesting. Most 1984 pennies are only worth face value, 1 cent. But a rare few with no mint mark are so valuable that a single coin sold for over $2.5 million at auction. Imagine the look on that person's face when they realized their humble penny was worth more than a luxury mansion. But what makes this particular penny so rare and desirable? It's all about scarcity and demand. Only a handful of these rare pennies are known to exist, and collectors are constantly searching for them. The fewer there are, the more valuable they become. And as the years pass, their worth only skyrockets. Think of it like hidden treasure, except the treasure might be right under your nose. So, how do you know if you have one of these rare 1984 no mint mark pennies? Let's break it down. First, grab your spare change and look closely at any 1984 Lincoln pennies. Normally, you'd see a small letter under the date, a D for Denver or S for San Francisco. If your penny has no letter at all, you might be holding a fortune. Now, don't get too excited just yet. There are other things to check. Condition matters. The better shape your coin is in, the higher the value. Coins that are bright, shiny, and uncirculated fetch the biggest bucks. So, if your penny looks like it just left the mint, you could be in luck. Here's a question. What would you do with $2.5 million? Pay off your mortgage? Travel the world? Maybe you'd finally tell your boss, "I quit." Well, with a penny like this, those dreams could become your reality. And the best part? These valuable coins are still out there, waiting to be found. But here's the catch. Time is running out. As more collectors snatch up these rare coins, fewer remain in circulation. Every day you wait, the odds of finding one grow slimmer. That's why you need to check your pennies, and do it now. And before you think, "This sounds too good to be true," consider this: ordinary people are finding extraordinary coins all the time. Just last year, someone discovered a rare penny in their grandfather's old collection and walked away with over $1 million. That could be you. But only if you take action. Now, you might be wondering, what if I find one? First, don't spend it. Handle it carefully and get it professionally appraised. Coin grading services like PCGS or NGC can verify its authenticity and help you unlock its true value. And if your penny is the real deal, you could be in for the payday of a lifetime. So, here's your challenge: go check your coins today. That old jar of pennies collecting dust? It might be hiding a life-changing treasure. And remember, the most valuable discoveries are often hiding in plain sight. Will you be the next person to strike it rich? If you found this information valuable, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more coin hunting secrets. Because who knows? The next rare penny we reveal could be the key to your fortune. Don't miss out, your future could be one penny away. Single penny in your loose change, a coin so rare, so valuable, it could transform your life forever. What if I told you that an ordinary-looking 2013 Lincoln penny without a mint mark could be worth up to $2 million? Yes, you heard that right. A penny that's been hiding in plain sight could make you a millionaire overnight. But here's the catch: most people never realize they've struck gold until it's too late. Think about this for a moment. When was the last time you checked your pocket change? Probably not recently, right? But what if skipping that tiny inspection was costing you a fortune? You see, in 2013, a rare minting error occurred. A batch of Lincoln pennies was struck without the usual D or P mint mark, making them incredibly scarce. Collectors are willing to pay astronomical sums for these hidden treasures. And the best part? You might have one sitting in your possession right now without even knowing it. Now, let's dive into why this coin is worth so much. The value of any rare coin boils down to three things: rarity, demand, and condition. The 2013 no mint mark Lincoln penny checks all three boxes. With so few of these coins ever discovered, collectors are in a heated race to secure one for their collections. The most pristine examples, graded as MS or mint state, are fetching jaw-dropping figures at auction. And as the years pass, the value only climbs higher. Picture this: you find a 2013 penny with no mint mark, and it looks almost flawless. In a recent auction, a similar penny sold for nearly $2 million. That kind of money could wipe out debt, buy your dream home, or even set you up for life. But here's the twist: not every 2013 penny is valuable. If you want to cash in, you need to know exactly what to look for. Miss this next part, and you could unknowingly toss away a fortune. So, how can you tell if your 2013 penny is the jackpot? First, check the area just below the date. A genuine no mint mark penny will have a clean surface with no small d or p letter. Next, examine the coin's condition under bright light. Flawless surfaces with sharp, clear details are what serious collectors crave. And finally, consider professional grading. Coins certified by reputable organizations like PCGS or NGC hold the most value and sell for the highest prices. And here's a little insider tip: some of the most valuable 2013 pennies have tiny imperfections from the minting process, known as die errors. These errors can boost the value by thousands, if not millions. If you spot any unusual marks or doubling on the coin's lettering, you might be holding a hidden gem. Now, you might be wondering, what happens if I find one? The first step is not to clean the coin, ever. Cleaning can damage the surface and destroy its value. Instead, store it safely in a coin holder and reach out to a professional appraiser. The right expert can guide you through the selling process and connect you with eager buyers who are willing to pay top dollar. Imagine the moment you realize a simple penny could change your life. That tiny copper coin sitting unnoticed in your drawer could be the key to a financial windfall. But here's the thing: these coins are disappearing fast as collectors snap them up. Every day you wait is another chance lost. So, why not check your change today? After all, wouldn't you rather be the one cashing in instead of wondering what could have been? And if you think a penny is just a penny, think again. History has shown us time and time again that the smallest things can hold the biggest surprises. Your fortune could be hiding in plain sight. Will you take the time to find it? Because one lucky penny might just be your ticket to millionaire status. 2018 D mint mark Lincoln penny, and why collectors are willing to pay life-changing amounts for this small piece of copper. Now, before you brush this off as another internet rumor, listen carefully. This is real, and people just like you are cashing in on rare coins without even realizing it. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot these valuable pennies hiding in plain sight and how you could be sitting on a potential fortune without even knowing it. Let's start with a simple question: what makes the 2018 D Lincoln penny so special? After all, millions of these pennies were minted. But here's the twist: it's not just about the year or the mint mark. It's about the errors. That's right. Mistakes made during the minting process can skyrocket a penny's value. Some of these errors are so rare that collectors are offering thousands, even hundreds of thousands, to get their hands on one. And in a few extraordinary cases, the bidding has reached a mind-blowing $1 million. Picture this: you find a 2018 D penny, but something looks a little off. Maybe the lettering is doubled, or Lincoln's profile appears slightly distorted. These minor details might seem insignificant, but to a serious collector, they mean everything. And here's the kicker: the rarer the error, the higher the payout. So, the next time you come across a 2018 D penny, don't just toss it aside. Take a closer look. That tiny coin could be your ticket to financial freedom, but here's where it gets really interesting. Some of the most valuable 2018 D Lincoln pennies have a particular error called a double die. This occurs when the coin is struck more than once, causing the design to overlap. If you spot one, you could be sitting on a coin that changes your life forever. And believe it or not, these error coins are still out there, circulating quietly through everyday transactions. Could you imagine paying for your morning coffee with a penny worth $1 million? Talk about an expensive latte. Now, you might be wondering, how do I identify these valuable pennies? Great question. Here are 3 key things to look for. First, check for any doubling on the letters or numbers. It might be subtle, but with a magnifying glass, these errors become easier to spot. Second, inspect Lincoln's face. Any unusual distortion or misalignment could mean you've struck gold, well, copper in this case. And third, always examine the mint mark. If you notice anything unusual about that tiny D under the date, you might be holding a small fortune, and here's the best part: you don't need to be a coin expert to find these treasures. Regular people are discovering rare pennies in their pocket change every day. So why not you? Why shouldn't you be the next person to uncover $1 million penny? The opportunity is there, but only if you take action. Of course, you might be thinking, okay, but how do I sell a rare penny if I find one? Don't worry, I've got you covered. Once you identify a potentially valuable penny, the next step is to have it professionally graded. This involves sending your coin to a trusted grading service, where experts will authenticate and assign it a value. And here's a tip: the better the coin's condition, the higher the value. So, if you find one, handle it with care, no fingerprints, no scratches, and when it comes time to sell, there are specialized auction houses and online platforms where collectors are willing to pay top dollar. Some of the most valuable 2018 D Lincoln pennies have sold through major auction houses, fetching jaw-dropping prices that have left their original owners speechless. Imagine the feeling of watching the bids climb higher and higher, knowing that a tiny penny is transforming your entire financial future. But here's the catch: these opportunities won't last forever. As more people become aware of the value hidden in their loose change, the competition will only get fiercer. The time to act is now. Every day that passes is another chance for someone else to find that $1 million penny before you do. Do you really want to risk letting a life-changing opportunity slip through your fingers? So, the next time you hold a 2018 D Lincoln penny in your hand, ask yourself this: could this be the one? Could this small, unassuming coin be your key to a better future? The only way to know for sure is to start looking. Because the truth is, these pennies are out there, waiting to be found. And who knows? The next one could be yours. If you're ready to turn your pocket change into a fortune, start searching today. Your $1 million penny could be closer than you think. And if you want to stay updated on the latest rare coin discoveries and expert tips to maximize your profits, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. You don't want to miss what's coming next. The next rare penny is still out there. Will you be the one to find it?